Hello, I'm Jonah with Magnanimous Media, and these are SmallHD's DP4 and DP6. The DP6 is a 5.6-inch high-definition portable monitor with a resolution of 1280 by 800. The DP6 accepts 3G, HD, and hd-sdi, HDMI, component, and composite, and has an SDI loop-through output. The DP4 EVF is a 4.3-inch monitor with an 800 by 480 resolution. The DP4 has an HDMI input with a loop-through output as well as component input. In addition to their high resolution, both DP4 and DP6 come with focus assist and exposure tools, professional color, contrast, and brightness adjustments, as well as movable one-to-one pixel mapping, aspect ratio guides, and field upgradable firmware. The DP4 and DP6's resolution, coupled with their exposure and focus assist tools, make them ideal for use with DSLRs because they compensate where these cameras fall short. However, their lightweight and resolution also make them great for anything from an HVX up to an Arri Alexa. They're lightweight and really easy to place on a rig right where you want it without imbalancing the weight of that rig too much. The DP4 is a fairly high resolution EVF. It's great for use on DSLRs because you can actually just mount it to the shoe mount, and it's pretty stable where it is, and the lightweight makes it ideal for use directly on the camera. The other benefit of the EVF on the DSLRs is that you can actually use it to stabilize your shots by bracing the EVF against your face. However, it's also very useful on a rig with a Scarlett, as you can place it wherever you want, and if you prefer an EVF over a monitor that can be subject to glare, it's going to be really easy to position and lightweight, as well as having the added benefit of having the same resolution as the 5-inch touchscreen monitor. The DP6 is a great monitor with any camera, but I found that it's paired really well with the Red Scarlett and the Red Epic. It actually has a higher resolution than the Red 5-inch monitor, so it makes it a little bit easier to pull focus from, so this can be a great operator monitor or a great AC monitor. Unless you have the input-output module for the Red Scarlett or the Red Epic, you're pretty much stuck with two outputs from this camera. You've got the EVF output and then an SDI or an HDMI output that don't actually operate at the same time. So with that situation with these cameras, the DP4 and DP6 are actually great with this kind of setup because they have a loop-through SDI or a loop-through HDMI. That way you can have two on-camera monitors, one for your operator, one for your AC, and still have a tap out to Video Village. Both kits include the DP6 or DP4 monitor with EVF, two Canon LPE6 batteries with charger, SmallHD remote, HDMI or SDI cable, monitor hood, and shoe adjustable mount. The DP4 has 1/4-inch mounting points on the sides and bottom, and the DP6 has mounting points on the top, bottom, and sides. You can use the points to mount with a shoe mount, articulating arm, or any 1/4-inch mounting point. If using the shoe mount with the DP6, be aware that it's a possibility that it'll slide out of the shoe mount with vigorous movement. The DP4, however, seems to stay more securely mounted to the shoe mount. The DP6 hood is attached by placing the studs on the hood into place on the corners of the DP6, then pushing the elastic material against the monitor. The DP4 hood is attached by threading the Velcro straps through the slots on the rear of the monitor and pulling them snug. The DP4 EVF is attached by snapping it into place with the hinge on the top. The EVF can be lifted for an unobstructed view of the DP4 screen. You should not allow direct sunlight to enter the EVF lens, as it will act like a magnifying glass, burning the monitor. Be sure to diligently replace the lens cap when the scope is not in use. The battery plate is a dual battery system that allows for continuous power from the same batteries that power the Canon 5D, Mark III, Mark II, and 7D. Once the batteries are in place, the unit can be powered up via the switch on the right side of the DP6 or the button on the top of the DP4. From the main monitoring screen, pressing the wheel at the top of the monitor will take you to the DP6 and DP4 menu. Rolling the wheel will toggle the selections. Pressing the wheel will select them, and the leftmost button will take you back. You will first want to go to Input and select the input that you wish to use. It will not auto-detect. The Image menu allows you to adjust contrast, brightness, hue, saturation, sharpness, RGB control, and gamma. The Advanced menu allows you to change settings for pixel mapping, focus assist, and exposure assists. The Guides menu gives you access to aspect ratio and other guide options. The System menu allows you to adjust the backlight, menu flip for using image flip option under the Advanced menu, display options, USB power, and factory reset. The MISC menu is dedicated to system information like firmware version, language, and opacity. PIP control is for options related to picture-in-picture mode, when you're using more than one input on the monitor. From the main monitoring window, rolling the wheel will take you into the presets menu, where you can use SmallHD presets or activate your own. Presets are set up by simply selecting the preset mode and adjusting the settings in the main menu, or adjusting the button presets to your desired settings for that preset. In the preset options, N-DSLR REC represents appropriate scaling for Nikon cameras in record mode. C-DSLR REC and C playback will set up the monitor for Canon devices in record and playback mode. In factory default mode, the two buttons on the right of the wheel will activate focus assist and false color. By holding down one of the buttons for a few seconds and releasing it, you can select the function that you wish the button to activate. Use the wheel to toggle the options and use the button to select the desired option. So the DP4 and DP6 are great additions to any camera package. For more tutorial videos and news, follow us on magnanimous.biz.